Hi guys, this is Courtney with Metcalf Design. I just wanted to take a minute and show you our garden, and just want to note first that I am a beginner gardener. We have had a garden before when we had the farm, and sometimes it did good, sometimes it didn't. The girls joke with me all the time that I can pretty much kill any living plant that there is, whether it's inside or out. So it takes a lot of time for me to learn each plant and what each plant needs, and right now that's just not something that I have concentrated on up until this point, and so just keep that in mind. We are very beginners at gardening, and that is not one of the things that comes easily to me, but I just want to encourage you, still do it. You learn so much just doing it, as compared to just researching and researching and researching. So anyway, just some encouragement just to do it, and any veteran gardeners that are in Zone 9, I welcome any tips and tricks that you might see with our garden and what I can do differently. But just to tell y'all, so we are in, I guess you could say, South Texas. We're in Zone 9A. And so just keep that in mind as we go through. And it is, we're at the end of May right now. So also just keep that in mind. And you'll see as we go through, we have quite a lot of shade right now, and that's because it's about noon, and just we have a lot of trees. So anyway, keep that in mind. I'll start out here. Let's see. Okay, so here is, we will do another video about the chicken run, but here's the chicken coop and the run. And I just have a few, I was going to use these as herb gardens. And our mint is doing fantastic, and it looks like we have some dill coming up here. But here's a little bit of something. I don't remember what it was, but it is finally coming up. We'll see how that does. And then I have some garlic here and some basil here. The basil was given to us by, we went to a farm stay for just a weekend vacation, and she gave us some basil. And then along the chicken house here, we have some beds, and I have some radish and different kinds of lettuce, and then down on here is some more lettuce and then some kale, because we like a lot of salads, and then also I figure whatever we're not eating I'm going to throw to the chickens, and that just helps out with our feed bill. Okay, and then over here is our garden, and we had a lot of cedar left over that we wanted to just use up, and so JR threw together just the borders of the garden with the cedar, and we put down some that black garden, I don't know what you call it, weed barrier. And then we have a huge oak tree in another part of the yard that just got done dropping all of its leaves, and so we raked them up, and that's going to be just our filler here in the garden. And so we got these, you see them, they're just these red buckets, and they are actually buckets that I think minerals or the protein, something like that, comes in for cattle. We have a friend that raises cattle, and he had a ton of these, and so we brought them back, and that's what we're using as our raised gardens. And then again, there are a couple of them that JR made these out of the cedar that we had left over. And so we have tried and tried strawberries, and they are not doing well, so we're going to try them in a hanging basket. But the rest of this is some bok choy that we also got from that farm stay that we went to. She was kind enough to give us almost a whole flat of the bok choy, so we're trying that out. We have zucchini here, and they are flowering pretty good, but I have had no fruit on them. It seems to be only male flowers, and so I don't know if I just need to get some flowers and it gets some pollinators out here, but we'll see how that goes. Then I have two different things of a Stevia plant, and these are super sweet. You can put these along with the mint leaves in your water, and it just tastes fantastic. There's a few more radishes there, and then we have some cucumbers. There's some sweet potatoes, and this one is filled with ants that I have to deal with, so it's not looking all that great right now. And then we have some Tomatillo plants, and I couldn't find these at a nursery, and so we did them by seed, so they're taking a little bit longer than they should really. Then we have, here's some yellow little grape tomatoes. And then I threw in some Dino Kale right there. I have another Tomatillo and then 2 more tomato bushes there. Let's see, this one is, oh, the bok choy around here, and then I got, somebody gave me a broccoli plant, so we put it in there, we're trying that out. Here, let's see, oh, these are 2 more tomato plants and some more bok choy. We have some jalapenos, and those look like they're coming in right there, and then threw in some more bok choy. Any place that we had room, we just threw in the bok choy. We have, this is lettuce. I got a few different kinds, and so they're coming in nicely, and I have chopped this off several times. I just come out here and take some scissors and chop off whenever I want some lettuce. And then here's a Dino Kale. It's doing really good. And then we have a acre plant, and you see we've cut off a few of them already. So let's see. We have a couple extras that we can expand to. And then these are some. Let's see what's in this one. This one is the watermelon, and then we have a cantaloupe. Those are looking pretty good, and they're starting to vine out, and I figure that they can just go out in this area. And then this one is, these are the small pumpkins, and then these over here, I think, are the sugar baby pumpkins. So you can see like the watermelon and the cantaloupe. I'm just gonna let the vines go out and let them do their fruit out around that garden bed. So like I said, we're beginners and we're really trying to figure this out. And one of the things that I know needs to improve is the inputs that we're putting into, especially since they're raised beds. And so we are getting a new additions. We're getting some rabbits that we're going to use for meat. And so one of the awesome things, besides just the meat from the rabbits, is their poop. It is an awesome fertilizer, and it can go straight in the garden. It is not, some manure is hot manure like chicken manure and cow manure. You have to compost that and really get it broken down. With rabbit, you do not. You just take it straight from under the cage and you can put it in your garden. It's called a cold manure, and so you can just use it like that. And then another thing we're going to do that we have used before when we were on the farm, and it worked fantastic as well, is we have a worm, you call it a worm composter? It's a really neat system where, and we'll show you that whenever we have to purchase the worms to start our system again. But they're just red wigglers, and they do a great job of all our scraps you can put in there, and it makes fantastic compost as well. So those are the things that we're going to try. And then also, I think you can see it's almost noon in May here in zone 9, and so it might be that it's a little shade because it's almost noon and it's still shade, but from noon on for the rest of the day it gets extremely sunny, and it is really hot here. So I just have to maybe do some more research and see what plants need more sun, or if these are getting too much sun, or if they need more water. So anyway, if you have any tips, I would love to hear them. And this is just an adventure, and I'm like to learn about it, and I'm looking forward to getting even better at gardening. But right now it is really fun, and it is just a little extra food for us and for our chickens, and soon for our rabbits too. Whatever we're not eating, we will give to them as well. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that, and like and comment, and we will see you next time.